Hello, Momet friends! Anding here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were getting ready to talk to Amir and let him know that he was actually free to go now that Theoden has been restored.
Thank you for bringing me these tidings, friend.
Stufting, I'm glad to see you are well. Hammer has brought me the news that I am free to leave, but that is not what lightens my heart. The most joyous tidings are that my uncle Theoden has awakened to the fact of his peril, and his treacherous counselor has been dragged to light. Emir accepts the embroidered cloth from you, and crushes it on one fist. This was taken from me by Forthrir, one of Grima's men. I am pleased to have it back, but I would sooner teach Forthmir a lesson about respecting the belongings of others. I was treated well enough by the guards outside my chambers, but my inability to do anything for my family or for Rohan was the cruelest fact of my imprisonment. I spent many hours studying the map of Rohan in the room upstairs, trying to develop a strategy for the defense of the kingdom that could not be undone by Saruman. Go. Study the map yourself, and see if there is such a strategy I might have missed, for I came up with little of use. Okay, so now we're going to strategize and pretend to be a better strategist than anybody in Rohan. Here we go. And hey, that's an actual... is that Rohan? Yeah, that's Helm's Deep. Okay. You study the map of Rohan for a time, but few strategies present themselves to you that could stand against the armies of Saruman. Blah blah blah, yada yada, my goodness, paragraphs. Oh man, this is like a detailed description of everything. Okay. He's got a flower in here. And a gnome! Why is there a gnome in here? Gnomeageddon, everybody, right here. This is proof. If you are a DDO Players fan, you know what I'm talking about. Man, that is creepy. Gnomeageddon confirmed in Rohan. Amir is a gnome fan, secretly. We are learning so much about Amir right now. Oh, man. That is such a cool poster. And by poster, I mean banner or whatever you want to call it, tapestry. Okay, he's got a nice little hunting lodge thing going on. But seriously, why does he have a gnome? We're going to go and investigate this again. What in the world is going on? Is there something in the books about that? I doubt that there is something in the books about that. But I'm just making sure that there are no more gnomes. Is there like a joke of like hidden gnomes in LOTRO or something? Can't fight it. Alright. What the heck? A whole like ball of yarn and a plant. Let me know if that means anything, chat room. If that was actually like telling DDO players that something's coming to their game or something at the time in 2013, that would be pretty crazy. If they were teasing something in 2014 in LOTRO. Or if somebody just decided they want a gnome in their thing. Okay, I guess we still need to talk to Amir again. I just got so wrapped up with the whole gnome thing. Why do you have a gnome, buddy?
Return to my sister and give her my thanks and my love.
Did you find some strategy that could serve us against the armies of Saruman? Yeah, just put out your gnomes. They'll take care of the army right there. They'll be terrified. Sadly, I did not. And I had more time to think on the problem that you had. There is no shame in it. Our strength lies on the open fields. But against such numbers as you say Saruman has assembled, I do not think our strength will suffice. The mark is not as defensible as we need it to be. Return to my sister, and give her my thanks and my love. I will see when I return to the hall with Hammer. Perhaps see her when I return to the hall with Hammer. Perhaps we will look at the map once more, and see if there is something we have missed. Like, for example, the most obvious place to go that any stratagem would tell you. Seriously, what is up with the tacticians here in Rohan that don't know about very basic strategies? Like going to a castle to defend your land. Yes, we're best on the open plain, but Helm's Deep has saved us so many a time that maybe we probably shouldn't be horse lords, and should instead reconsider our decision. Alright. Time to talk with Erwin. Inside Mediceld. Let her know about the love her brother shares.
My brother is free of his cage? I delight to hear it.
For soon I too will be free of the cage that binds me. Eowyn's smile brightens her face in the same way as does the sun breaking through the gap in the clouds, which if it is too cloudy might actually lead to flooding inside the hall. My cage is not made of a metal or of wood, Staftang, but it is a cage all the same. In time of peace it confines me to the Golden Hall and its outbuilding. But when war threatens, it cannot hope to withstand the force of our great need. I am a shield maiden of Rohan, and I shall take up a sword and spear to defend the land and its people. My uncle must surely ride now to Isengard to challenge Saruman, for I will not hesitate to take up arms and ride with him.
All the people of Rohan will need to stand if the kingdom is to survive.
But their king must do so first.
The time has come for Theoden to step beyond the confines of his hall.
Indeed. And look over this city. Speak to the king, and see if he is willing to do this, Staftang.
I am ready to look out upon my city with unclouded eyes.
Free from the shroud of Grima's whispers. Will you walk with me as well? Of course, buddy, I'll go on a walk. I went with Frodo, I gotta go with you. You're the king. Way better than some
Theoden
hobbit.
King has stepped beyond his hall to look upon the kingdom. What will he see, I wonder? And will it move him to strike down the evils arrayed against his people?
What will he see? Like maybe, I don't know, the same stuff that he always sees. Oh, can you believe it, Andang? Theoden King has gone ahead with Gandalf. Do you think he has forgiven us? I'm just not going to tell him and hope that he's forgotten, but I know in my heart we return for the good of the kingdom, but it is a serious crime to disobey the word of a king. My heart is aflutter, my friend.
We returned in time, but should we have returned at all?
But see, this is my big problem with this, is that Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are all forgiven of coming here, and yet for some reason we're not. Maybe they weren't 100% banished from the hall, I don't know, but the way that Hammer was talking, it sounded like that he was not to allow them in. Glewine still believes we will be punished, but my mind is not troubled. We returned to Theoden at the right moment for forgiveness. Was Gandalf not sent away with equal force? and yet now he has the ear of the king, and speaks wisdom to him. We return without the insight of the wizard, but we bring something valuable all the same. Warning of Saruman's reach and power. The warning, too, has a value to the king, and when he chooses his course, he will weigh what we have to say, alongside the words of his advisors.
We returned with time enough to protect the king. That is what matters now.
Agreed, buddy. Now we will hear the commands of Theoden, and learn if we have truly come to him in time. Rohan stands at a crossroads, and it is up to her king to choose the correct course. We will help him choose aright, to the sorrow of Saruman. It is not magic that Gandalf uses to cure Theoden of the hurts that Saruman and his agent Grima have wrought. No. Our wise friend seeks to cure Theoden with words of friendship and of hope. Already I see it working.
I place my trust in Gandalf. He has never failed that trust.
Yeah, never. Never failed. Okay. Okay, Aragorn and Eowyn shared a look. The air is fresh and clean, Staftang, and the tall grasses sway in the breeze. From here we can look out over the fields of Rohan. See how the sunlight dances upon that distant river. It has been some days since Theoden beheld his own lands. I warrant Grima gave him report of them, but always in such a way as to advance his own ends, and those of Saruman, his master.
You speak of a secret hope, Gandalf, but my heart is heavy. Alas for Boromir of Gondor. Alas for my own son, Theodred.
Yes.
The young and strong perish, while the old linger on. It is a cruel turn.
Indeed.
Your strength is not gone, my friend. It lacks only your sword to return in full force.
Ah, where is Herogrim? Grima took it to keep it safe.
Safe.
Where might he have stowed it?
Take this blade, my lord. It was always yours to command.
Yes.
Arise, riders of Theoden.
Yes.
Command us, my lord.
We must stamp out the threat of Saruman. Hama, bring Grima before me. It is time he redeemed his treachery.
Aye, my lord.
Here
But
we go.
you, my guests, deserve the hospitality of my house. I have been a poor host.
No, Theoden King. The men of Rohan must ride today, and we will ride with them.
Yes! You will be welcome, Aragorn, as will your friends.
Yes.
Be not overconfident, Theoden King. Isengard is strong, and other perils there are also. After we have gone, you must not delay. Lead the rest of your people to the hold of Dunharrow.
My people will go to Dunharrow, but I will not bring them there.
Ooh.
I will ride to war, to fall in the front of the battle, if that is the need.
The Lord of the Mark will ride.
There we go.
Who then will lead your people to safety?
I will think on that before I go. Here
I
comes
don't have
my
a plan right
counselor.
now.
My lord, you should come in from the hot sun. Your meat is nearly ready. Can others not deal with these troublesome guests? Let Grima send them away.
No, Grima. I will ride to war as I should have done long ago.
Yes.
You will ride with me.
Oh, man. Grima's eyes dart back and forth from face to face, sizing up the assemblage. Sizzing? My lord, can you not see what this wizard and his ragged band seek to achieve? They do not care for your health or your safety, and seek to lead you into danger. Your death would grieve them little, but there are your close. Those close to you, who would mourn even the smallest hurt on your person. Listen to Grima, and come back inside. Abandon the madness that these cruel ones have instilled in your mind. Let me send them away. Speak not of war. That is a young man's endeavor, and you have ruled the mark for many seasons. Will you not listen to your faithful Grima? Send me not away. Seriously, send me not away. I don't want to go.
But I do not send you away, Grima. I ask you to ride at my side and thereby prove your faith. Will you do this?
Nope. He's going to run.
A lord of the house of Eowl may have the stomach for war, but I am only a humble servant. Let me stay behind, a faithful steward to keep your hall until your return.
No. That's not happening. Grima hisses at you, his eyes narrowed unpleasantly. Probably like this. Okay, maybe not that evil, but, you know, probably. Do not disturb my lord more than you have already. He is weary and needs his rest. Only when you and your irksome friends leave his lands will he once again be at peace. Do you know how desperately he wishes to be relieved of his charge? If that plea does not excuse Grima from war, I can think of no other that will. I will not trust him to carry a sack of grain into the mountains, for fear he would steal either the sack or its contents, whichever he thought would be desired more. My uncle is no fool. He will not humor this request. Enough. Grima succeeds again. If not his truest goal, then still one of his value to his master. For Saruman is his master, and every hour we delay plays into his hands. We can spare no more time on him.
He is not a man, but a snake. You cannot bring it safely along, nor can you leave it behind. Give him a horse, and judge him by the choice he makes, whether to ally with you or with Saruman, his master.
Don't give him a good horse, though.
No, do not harm him.
That man of Rohan was going to be a murderer.
My mercy is now ended. If I see him again, it will not go well with Grima.
Yes.
I go forth to battle. It is like to be my last riding. And Theodred, my heir, is slain. Who shall I leave behind to rule in my stead?
Good question.
Is there no man? In whom do my people trust?
We trust in the house of Earl.
But Eomer is the last of that house, and I need his sword arm.
Yes.
He cannot be spared.
I did not name Eomer, nor is he the last. There is his sister Eowyn also, fearless and true of heart. All love her. Let her lead the Erlingus while we are gone.
You speak wisdom, Hammer.
Indeed, yes. And also follow the book.
So it shall be. Eowyn will rule the people in my stead and lead them to Dunharrow and safety.
There you go.
I ask that you and your friends help her with this burden.
Fair enough. I have long known there was strength still in this land, and in its king. Theoden's decisions on this day are not a surprise to me. And they should not have been surprising to you either, Stafteng. Okay. Well, I think that is a good enough place to stop. Thank you everyone so much for watching another episode of The Epic Story. When we return, we will talk to Aragorn, Éomer, and Gandalf to learn what must be done next as the people make their way to Dunharrow and Theoden goes out in a ride to war. But that is not till next episode. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of The Epic Story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of my daily content, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified when that new content comes out. And also, if you'd like to help support my channel and help me continue to create high quality videos, feel free to support me on Patreon, and you can get all sorts of great rewards in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another video.